Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I finally watched The Triplets of Belleville, and I had seen it before, but I just had never done a review of it. But it's one of my favorite animated films of all time. It's the first film done by Sylvain Chomet, and it's mostly in French, and even if you don't understand French or speak French, it's pretty straightforward in what's going on. The reason it's rated PG-13 is during the very first opening sequence with the triplets, there is a half-naked African-American lady who comes out, and she has a banana skirt and long pearl necklace, and she dances around for the audience, and after she swings her breasts, the males in the audience turn into crazed monkeys, and they start grabbing the bananas off of her skirt, and she scurries away into the into behind the stage where she can't be gotten to. And I actually didn't think that was very provocative or anything like that, but I guess in America you have to have a PG-13 rating if you show breasts, but whatever. I mean, it wasn't sexual or anything. I didn't find it offensive. But that's just me talking. The story itself is about a little boy who lives with his grandmother. His name's Champion. I don't know what the name of the grandmother is. I don't know if they ever credited her as having a name or not, but Champion grows up wanting to ride a bike, and that becomes his passion, and eventually he enters the Tour de France, and he gets kidnapped with two other really important cyclists by the French mafia. And of course the grandmother sees that the French mafia has pulled the old switcheroo with her van, and with a van that looks exactly like hers, the one that she was coaching Champion on. And she actually is unable to retrieve him, and of course they're being bet on with this little mechanical device as though they were horses, and there are noises of whinnying and neighing and all that they add for the cyclists, and I thought that was very well portrayed. I love the triplets. They're probably my favorite characters in the entire movie, other than the Bellevillians, who are actually a takeoff on Americans and the obesity that we have and all that. It's actually quite funny. I thought it was a kind of a gentle nudge to America. And then they had a picture of the little mechanic who's working for the mob. He's basically like a mouse, and he squeaks like a mouse, and he has a picture in his album that the grandmother finds when she's collaborating with the triplets to get Champion back, of him in front of the Hollywood sign, except it says Holly Food. Holly Food, how much more obvious could that be? But it was it made me giggle, and I wasn't the least a bit offended by it, because I love French film, and it's just extremely interesting, and I even understood some of the French that I heard and some of the French I read, and it really doesn't, it just it confirms that a good story really doesn't need words to be told. It can be told through music and emotions, and just different depictions of what happens. And Sylvain really does an extraordinary job with this. He is an expert at this, and portraying everything in this way. And I can't get enough of this movie. It's just it's truly wonderful and very exciting, and It's just a great story and tremendous and beautifully animated. The music in the background is enjoyable, and the characters are really likable. I love the grandmother and her love and care and encouragement of Champion. And Bruno, even Bruno the dog, he cracks me up. He's basically he's a loyal hound, and he finds Champion just by scent because he's a bloodhound. Um, um, he's a really good character too. He's just a lovable oaf of a dog, and Granny rides on his back like he was a horse, and it's just very innovative and creative, and the music that the Triplets produce is just unbelievably incredible. It's got a great beat. It just makes you want to dance, and there's so much joie de vie with the Triplets and their outlook on life, and they are really groovy grannies. I think they have the right perspective. They are only as old as they feel. They stand up to the mafia, and good wins out in the end. And the ending is very abrupt, but it makes all the sense in the world. With it's one of the few English lines actually spoken in the film, with Champion talking to his grandmother, and it really is a beautiful story. And there was one part that actually made me cry. But
is there something you want to watch on a movie or something?
no, I'm too tired for that tonight. Remember?
You don't think I'd like it?
I want tomorrow night.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that. That was my dad over the PA. Anyway, as I was saying, I really enjoyed watching Triplets of Belleville for a second time, because I noticed some things that I didn't watching it the first time, and I know I gave the plot away, but I'm sorry. It's such an exquisite plot, and it works so well that everything just fits hand in glove together. And I also liked Bruno's flights of fancy and his dreams, and his realization of what is actually happening with Champion when he smells the French mafia, the two goons and their diminutive boss, and he takes the scarf off of the boss, and he gives it to the grandmother, and it's really a fantastic movie. I can't stress it enough. It's a different kind of animated movie, and in all honesty, I think it should have been given a PG rating, but since this is America, I guess the PG-13 rating makes more sense, particularly with the fact that there are gun-wielding mafiosi, and no, they're gun-wielding mafiosi, and I lost my train of thought, sorry. But I understand why they did that, because of the violence, and of course the nudity in the very beginning with the woman in the banana skirt. It makes sense, and I was amused by that. But it's just a really tremendous movie, and I love it. It's one of my ultimate favorite movies of all time, and I give it 5 stars and 2 thumbs way up. It is a classic, as it says in the very beginning, and it's a real work of art in the music and everything. It's got absolutely exceptional storytelling involved, and it just is a movie that I think that everybody can enjoy, and especially if you want to be inspired. It certainly has inspired me many times over, because I've gotten a lot of script ideas from this film, and I just have to give a big merci to Sylvain for that. So um, that's about all I have to say about Triplets of Belleville. Au revoir.